Hello, my name is Andrew Johnson, and today we will be talking about the Bill of Rights. We will start with the First Amendment. The First Amendment states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. This amendment is important to me because without this amendment, writing, talking, or mentioning things could get you thrown in jail, prosecuted, or just plain old bullied by the government. The Second Amendment states that a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This means that states are allowed to have a militia, like the National Guard or something of the sort, to help with disaster relief, delivering food to starving peoples, and help defend the state in times of uncertainty and war. This also means that civilians are allowed to have firearms to assist the National Guard or to defend their property, their family, or their pet cat if they want. This is important to me because I feel like states and individuals should have protection against whatever the world throws in their direction. The Third Amendment states that no soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any home without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. This means that soldiers aren't allowed to live in your house without your permission. This is important to me because I like my privacy and I don't want 30 people sharing my bathroom. The Fourth Amendment states that the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This means that police aren't allowed to search your house or possessions without a specific warrant for the items that they are searching for. This is important because I don't like people spying on me and going through my stuff, and I already have enough trouble finding my homework without it being taken by a police officer. The Fifth Amendment states that no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces, or in the militia, when in actual service, in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life, limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. This means that you can't be held to answer for a capital crime if you haven't been found guilty by a grand jury. This also means that you can't be tried for the same offense twice. This is important to me because if I had just gotten out of jail for doing one thing and then they charged me again, it would feel pretty unjust. The Sixth Amendment states that in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory processes for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. This means that you have a right to a fast trial. This also means that you have a right to have an attorney and your own witness. This also means that you have a right to face a jury. This also means that the opposing side has to have a witness go up against you, because without evidence, it's kind of a weak trial. This is important to me because if everyone was just looming over me and I had no way to defend myself, I would get pretty stressed and I would probably not make a good point of defending myself. And I mean, seriously, one person is more likely to make this mistake than many in the case of the jury and the judge. The Seventh Amendment states, in suits at common law where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. This means in lawsuits where the amount being sued is over $20, you can have a jury trial. This is important to me because juries are less likely to make a mistake than a single person, and their judgment is a lot more fair than a single person because a single person might be biased. Amendment 8 states that excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. This means that you can't be shot or hanged for stealing a Twizzler from a store, or fined $1,000 for lying in a court of law. This is important to me because without it, the world would be crazy and it would be pretty much a dictatorship. I mean, step out of line and you're dead, folks. The Ninth Amendment states that the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. This means that just because it didn't write it down doesn't mean it isn't a right. This is important to me because otherwise they could take away, you know what? You can't have jobs anymore. You know what? Substitute teachers are banned by law. Or, sorry, the right to buy a computer off the internet is now destroyed. The 10th Amendment states that the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. This means that the powers not specifically delegated to the United States by the Constitution go to the states or the people. This is important because local control is usually better control.